Oh, Dougie, you just came out of the garage, eh? It's freaking hot. The dog's been sleeping on the cement floor. It's 11:30 and the temperature is 37 degrees. I don't believe this. You can't even move. It's so like, well, you walk out of the house. I got all the doors and the windows shut, everything in the house, and the blinds pulled. But I walk out of the house and it's not even air conditioned in the house. I walk out and it feels like I'm walking. Actually, you know what it feels like? It feels like I'm opening up the door of the oven. That's how hot it is. It's crazy. Over at the house, the thermometer says it's 37. It's 38 over here. That's freaking crazy, man. That's 100 degrees. And Doug, I guess he's so cooled off from the cement floor, he's out here cooking himself now in the sun. I tried doing a little bit of work out here and I couldn't. I'm gonna wait till it cools down a little bit. It's gonna be a late night. I'll work in the evening. Unbelievable today. And one more day. They're calling a heat warning tomorrow, but it's iffy because north of us it's not a heat warning, so I don't know what's going on. But nothing's happened here. It's been really quiet. Well, it's so hot, guys. The Muscovies aren't even sitting underneath the fan trying to catch flies. I don't even know where the Muscovies are, but usually they're right there, you know, 4 or 5 of them, and they're catching the flies coming out of the exhaust fan. It's just a brutal hot day. Oh, by the way, I think it's August 2nd. Yes, welcome to the Doug Adventure. I'm all screwed up. This heat. I was planning on not doing any video today, guys, because I was just going to work and surprise you with what I accomplished. But the heat's so crazy today, I haven't got anything accomplished. We'll see what happens here later on. I really want to start whacking wire up. I'm going to do a little bit of duck chores here and we'll see how I feel. Right now it's deceiving because there's clouds and there's no sun, and as soon as the clouds move, and there's comes the sun right now. It's just brutal when the sun comes out. The poor ducks though, everybody's just cooking. There's a whole bunch down at the lake, but most of them are just chilling in the shade. I know, ducks, it's freaking warm. Yeah, the lake's pretty jammed up with ducks. Not a lot of action happening in the yard. They're all hanging over here by the house in the shade. Not many. Most of them are down to the water. Oh, I really wanted to get a lot done today. This is thankfully, honestly guys, thankfully the ducks are staying at the lake and the predator situation's under control, because if it wasn't, I'd be screwed. I'd have to get this pen done like now, and I don't know how I get it done now because I can't. You know, working in this heat's crazy. I'm just standing. Oh, there's the sun right now. Just walking around here outside in the sun is cooking my brain. It's crazy hot out today, and I just wasn't going to kill myself working in the heat doing the pen. So I thought I'd follow Doug's lead. He's in the garage here, so I thought to myself, well, you know, perfect opportunity. Let's get the electric motor out and get the boat set it up, you know, for on the lake. And I got the motor out, and I decided to plug it in, and it had a growling sound. Look at this, full of water. Unbelievable! I can't believe it. The seals, I guess, were gone on it, and it filled with water last year. It was completely full of water. I don't even know how it worked. It barely turned actually, but I don't believe this. I spun the prop and it was like a little bit of a grinding. I thought, okay, well, I'll put the power to it, and barely turned, and so I took it apart and water just gushed out of her, and unbelievable. And the gasket had a bit of a twist to it, so right from the factory. So this thing all last year when I was out in the lake was basically, the motor was full of water. I don't know how it worked. So I'm going to clean it up and, you know, see if I can make it better. I don't know. It's like unbelievable. That's the second one too, because last year they replaced it under warranty. It's a 2-year warranty and it's up now, but last year they replaced it for me, gave me another one because it died. So 2 in a row. So no, I don't endorse this brand. Sunelex. They're like half the price of that the other one, the Minn Kota or whatever the other brand is, trolling motor. Like literally half the price, and I know why now, because it's half the unit and all the water. Unbelievable. So anyways, I'm going to try to see if I can salvage this and dry it out and give it a couple days and silicone the crap out of it and put it back together. Unbelievable. I just don't believe this. Well, I'm glad, you know, I'm doing something constructive today because, man, it's hot out. The temperature, I think, has come down a little bit. The clouds keep coming over, so it's helping, but... Oh, it's down to 34. Pretty soon I'll be able to do some work outside. I think after I finish this, I'm not working outside, guys, on that heat. I'm going to get the lawnmower set up because the ducks are slacking it around the garden. The rest of the yard they're doing, but around the garden they're not. Going to try to pick on jobs that enable me to stay inside like Doug. If you notice, Doug's face is all covered in powder. We had a chipmunk in here eating the feed, and Doug decided to rip a bag apart to get at the chipmunk. He had a complete ghost face there for a little while. Nothing's going on here. It's absolutely quiet. Ducks are quiet. They're all down at the lake playing. That's why I thought I'd get the boat going. Yeah, they're all out in the water. I gotta get this boat going because I gotta get the ducks used to me in the boat. Alright, back to work. It's still brutally hot. And the electric motor is screwed right now. I had to cut the bearing off the end of it. I got the numbers before I cut it in half to get it off, but I've got to order a bearing for it. And hopefully I can silicone it back together and get this thing working. Unbelievable. I can't believe how crappy the little O-ring gaskets are, though. They're really, really light. For something that's submerged in the water like all the time, you'd think they'd put a little more meat in it, but anyways, I'm gonna order the grinder, yeah, I had to grind the thing off, but I gotta order a bearing. Unbelievable. Thankfully I checked it now. Oh, and the ducks, of course, you know, they're all over the lake having fun here. And I'm landlocked in the heat. Oh man, it's not cooling off either. Ducks are having fun though. Just look at that. They're having a blast down there. Well, let's go down there. Another thing I got to do is I got to come down here and put a whole bunch of screws in the plywood on this ramp. It's coming up in spots, and one day I'm going to trip and fall. Hello, ducks! Hello? They're scattered everywhere. Hello, ducks! Of course, I didn't bring my gun, so watch, something will happen down here. Well, the ducks have got the right idea. Look at them. They're having a blast. Now, they might come home and have a snack and then come back down, because I think right now it's about 5:30. I just can't believe how hot it is still. And it's only supposed to go down to something like 24, 22 tonight. So it's not even going to cool off. Hello? There is ducks everywhere, guys. Oh, I'm panning here and I'm not even looking at them. Oh, I just did some really bad camera work there, guys. A bunch of ducks were swimming really quick and I thought they were trying to get away from something. So I was watching them and not watching where I was pointing the camera. So we're going to be doing a bit of editing here. They got the right idea though. Oh, Goose Lee's down here with the other geese. Oh, and there's our Canada geese actually. That's so right on.
Goosely. Wonder why they're all hanging around right there. There must be some good eating. A bunch of them are just coming around the corner. I'm glad I checked that motor today. Something told me to check it, that something was wrong. Or to make sure something wasn't wrong, and there was something wrong, but I'll order the bearing. Can't be. Actually, they might even have a bearing in town. I'll phone the automotive shop tomorrow. Got to be someplace in town. It's not that weird of a bearing. It's just a normal small bearing. I got the number, so before I cut it in half, I tried getting it off. I burnt my finger trying to get it off too. I had it pretty hot from the grinder, and I was trying to pull it, and I touched it. I don't know what I was thinking. The thing was red hot. End of my thumb is killing me right now. Just another thing I got to fix here. The ducks. I'd really like to see, you know, like a couple thousand ducks on the lake. But I'd need a bigger incubator and more breeders. Because that's a lot of ducks at once. But I haven't hit 1,000 yet, so I keep dreaming here. I've got a pretty lofty goals, guys. Nice clean ducks. That's all they do is clean themselves. Clean, eat, and poop, and drink. But I know one thing, this flock is really, really good at down here at the lake all day eating, instead of eating in the yard. Oh, there's another bunch. I didn't even see them. Now I know there's a lot of good weeds over there. These ducks are having way too much fun. They're not too interested in coming over to see me though. Constantly grooming themselves. Gotta look good. You know, for the 1st of August, I can't believe how good they are at diving, and just, you know, the amount of food they're eating down here instead of in the yard. They're not eating as much as they did last year. So far. You know, all we need is to have, you know, a bunch of otters show up, and then, you know, we'll get them landlocked to the yard, and food consumption will go through the roof. I don't think they're going to come home tonight. I know they're not, which is a good thing, because the pen's not done. I'm, oh man, this pen. The weather, that's the thing. Today, the weather, you know, you just can't work. I couldn't believe that. 100 degrees in the shade on the side of my garage. That's crazy. I don't remember the last time I've seen 100 degrees in this part of the world. You know, 38.5 or 39 Celsius. That's just nuts. I know one thing. Like I told you guys earlier, when I walked out of the house, it felt like I was opening the oven door. I'm having a barbecue tonight though. I got steaks out. I've been marinating them for 2 days, so it'll be. It was a well planned out idea actually, because I wouldn't want to be running the oven in the house right now. Dougie's sleeping in the garage. He's just bagged from the heat. Well, I'm gonna go put my work boots on and do my duck chores for the little ducks that are in the yard right now. Not many are here in the yard, guys. Oh, it looks like the geese are coming back. There's some little guys coming right now. They're probably hungry. And then we've got a crew that's in the pen that are just basically hanging around the water cooler. But that's it. And I think as these guys get older, they'll be gone too. They're just really young right now. And it looks like the geese are coming back. Yeah. You know it's hot when the adults are going to the lake. Are you going to the lake? Are you leaving? Oh, now there's no clouds. The wind feels like a hairdryer, guys. That's how hot it is. I put down fresh water this afternoon like 3 times for the ducklings in the front, and it's so hot they won't even play in the water. They're just in the shade panting, or they're in the barn panting. It's warm. It's a real nice day to be sitting on the back deck having a cool one. Oh, I'm so tempted to doing that right now, actually, too. Not having a good day, guys. Good night, actually. Oh man, things are going wrong here. I went to put the mower deck on the lawnmower, and I noticed my back tire leaking, and I got looking at it, and I guess over there when I was grading, I must have got a piece of metal or something, and I cut the tire, and it was leaking calcium. So, and the tire's not fixable because it's a single ply tire. It's a cheap tire. It's the original tire on the tractor. So I have to get a new tire. So I took the tire off, which isn't a big deal. But the new tire I know, because I've already had to replace 2 years ago, I had to replace the other side when it went, and the new tires are bigger. So I have to pull the hubs out, which is not a problem because I own a hub puller. You wouldn't believe what happened. I put the hub puller on and I start pulling, and my hub blows up. Completely shatters. I'm going to have to cut it off with a grinding wheel and order a new hub. I'm hoping I can get a hub for this tractor. I'm pretty sure you can. I haven't had a problem getting parts for it previously, but I can't believe it. I tried heating up with the torch. I got the torch out, heated it up, had running water going on the transmission, so the axle didn't heat up the transmission and blow the seals. So I had water running there. I heated it. I got it red hot so that it expanded, so I could pull it off, and I still can't get it off. Like I thought, well, if I can get it off, I'll take the broken pieces down to my neighbor, get it welded, and then I'll just re-tap the lug holes. But I can't even get it off, and I'm like, I don't believe this. I just don't believe it. And to top it off, I start my grinder up, and my grinder's really old, guys. Like, I have had this grinder since like 1983, 82. Like, I've had it a long time, and I bought it used then. It's actually a Makita made in Japan. And I started the grinder up tonight, and the wheels in the grinder, or not the wheels, but the bearings, you can just hear it grinding, and it got really hot, so I got to get myself a grinder to cut this off, and I got to order a replacement part, and I got to get my tire fixed. It's like, and I haven't even done my chores yet. It's, man, today, electric motor on the boat, this, like, I think I would have been better off staying in bed today. Good news, I didn't give up. I got it off. So now I can take it to my neighbor to get welded. I cannot believe how hard it was to get off the shaft. And considering all I wanted to do was move it out 1 inch to allow for the new tire, which is wider. Well, at least I don't have to order the part. I get it welded, and I gotta re-tap the holes. Oh, chipmunks in here. Man, they come right into the garage when I'm working. Look at the Muscovy. The flies are coming out of the exhaust fan. There was just 3 of them there, and they were just jumping all over the place. It was so funny to see them competing with each other, trying to catch the flies out of the exhaust fan. Oh, see, he's looking up. A little while ago there was like 5 of them, and they were all sitting there jumping up at that, getting the flies coming out of it. sit and wait for the flies to come to you. I wish I could get the camera when there's like a bunch of them. It's really neat to see like 4 or 5 of them competing for the flies coming out of the exhaust fan. All right, I'm gonna fill the feeder up here. I can't believe it. It's 8:45. I haven't got supper. Tomorrow I gotta go on a straw run because I need straw. And I gotta drop that part off. I can't believe, man, what have I, oh man, I don't believe what I got put through today. Things breaking. I hate that. Dougie working. Man, that dog, I mean, oh, I think he's human some days the way he works. He is, he's perfect for a guy who doesn't have the duck pen done. Oh man. So, I made the big decision tonight because it is unbelievably warm. I think it's like around 28 degrees right now. It's only go down to 24 tonight. Barn's too hot to lock the ducklings, so I'm going to leave the ducklings so they can have access to outside. So I put some more water out for them here. Put the wire around the little kiddie pool to keep them out of it so they have water for the night. And they can come out and play under the stars. It's a beautiful night. Actually, right now, the temperature is perfect to do a bunch of wire. But I gotta go get my supper ready. Oh man, 8:45. I don't believe that tractor, what it did to me. It, oh man, curveballs. It's just, they never end here. All right, guys, I'm gonna go and have a shower, whip up some barbecue action here, and call it a night. And there's next to no ducks here. Actually, there's a little more tonight than there was last night. I'd say double. I don't know why, but there's more tonight. And they're all over the lake. There's some on the other side of the lake. I can see the white dots, and there's some in the mouth of the creek. So they're enjoying themselves. I'm gonna go and have supper and enjoy myself. Okay, it's about 10:35 here, guys. I just had my supper. We had another snapping turtle duck come home with its foot just destroyed. So somebody sent me a link to a site. What is the name of the site? TJB. And they sell snapping turtle cages. And it's really a deceiving site because it showed Canadian funds, $130 for a collapsible snapping turtle cage for a 40-pound, up to a 40-pound snapping turtle, which is what we need, small one. So I'm thinking I'm going to buy it. I've had enough. We're going to have a duck a day getting screwed up by snapping turtles. I've got to, it's time. I'm just going to add it to the GoFundMe fundraiser, and I'm going to buy one tonight. So I go to check out, and I couldn't believe it. $348.66 to ship it to me. Like they want $500 for a cage. Like $479, and there's tax on top of that. Now, it's Federal Express says the only way they can ship it, but I know you can mail something like this, so because they mail in the States. They list USPS as a service in the States, so I'm going to email them and see what the deal is, because this is crazy. Because we need a snapping turtle cage, guys. I'm telling you, like it's too many ducks. It's I can get rid of the coyotes and but the snapping turtles and they won't bite the hooks. I did the hooks last year, and and the year before, and the minnows. Even putting like pantyhose over top of the bait, the minnows strip it. There's so many minnows in that lake that you maybe get like an hour tops, and then the hook is stripped. We need a cage that we can throw a big. I can't even talk. I'm so tired. We can throw a big chunk of bait in there, like a half a dead duck type thing, and that it's going to take a while for the minnows to do their deal and get the turtle in there and catch the turtles. But I'm going to email this company right now and see. It's a collapsible one. I found another one, but it's rigid, which would cost a fortune to mail. A collapsible one is the answer. Easy to mail. I just can't believe the only way they ship them is Federal Express, which is just wrong. Anyways, so that's the deal here. I'm on the market looking for a snapping turtle cage. We have to get one. The duck adventure, it's top priority. Well, the pen's top priority, but I gotta order one of these so that when the pen's done, we got a cage. Okay, it's 11:21. It's really late. I'm going to be paying for this tomorrow, guys. So the update on the snapping turtle cage, I found the company that actually makes them. It's livetrap.com. I got the email address of the owner. Greg and Jenny are the owners. Now, I just sent them an email asking them to help us out here on the Duck Adventure with a turtle cage. They list that they do ship to Canada, but it's all by freight, so I'm just a little bit freaked on the cost on getting it to us here. So we'll see what they'll do for us as far as shipping it. I have no problem paying for it. I just, the freight part is the crazy, like $350 to ship it is for a $110 item. I can't justify that. We might have to, but I'm hoping we don't. So I sent the email off to them, and we'll see what they say. We got to get the turtles, guys. I'm that poor duck tonight when he came. Oh man, it was tomorrow. You'll see him in the barn. I got to stop this. I got to stop it. So they make snapping turtle cages exactly the size we need, powder coated, the whole bit. So, anyways, that's the update. What I've discovered. Now I'm going to go to bed. It's 11:23. Goodbye. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. And enjoy the show.